guys, in this next series of videos we're going to be looking at some of the contexts of Victorian prose. We're going to look at the role of prose in this era, then look at some examples of common literary styles and themes in this time, and finally we will look at how we incorporate context into an exam-style paragraph of Victorian prose analysis.
So firstly, let's just quickly review the history of the Victorian era. Just to say here, this is very much a few random and important events that occurred in the Victorian era. Obviously, many more things happened in this time. These are just the key things that I've picked out that I think are either important or interesting to know about. The Victorian era is most often referred to as the reign of Queen Victoria, which was in 1837 to 1901. In 1838, the first ever photograph was taken, and also Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens was published. In 1841, the Great Western Railway was built between Bristol and London. In 1842, the Mines Act stopped children working in the mines. And in 1843, Charles Dickens published A Christmas Carol. In 1844 to 1845, 8,000 kilometres of railway track was built across Britain. This is incredibly important as it represents the beginnings of industrialisation and the expansion of countryside into cities and the interconnectedness of the entire country. In 1847, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte was published, and also Jane Eyre by her sister Charlotte Bronte was published. In 1850, the first workhouses were opened, which were designed to accommodate the poor people in the ever-expanding industrial cities. In 1853, Bleak House by Charles Dickens was published. In 1856, Britain defeated Russia in the Crimean War, which started in 1853. In 1858, England colonised India. This is important as throughout the Victorian era, Britain was an ever-expanding colony. They kept conquering different nations, and the British Empire was growing. I've just written empire here because it's very important to remember that empire is often a theme of many Victorian novels. In 1860, The Mill on the Floss was published by George Eliot. In 1868, there was the last ever public hanging. In 1876, so we're skipping quite a few years here, 1876, the first ever telephone was invented, and this is important about kind of the increased amount of communication across the world.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for an amazing A-level English literature resource, join me today in my series of engaging bite-sized video tutorials. Together, we will concisely cover all the important concepts required by your exam board specification, as well as practically apply what we have learnt through exam-style questions, focusing on how best to structure your answers in order to maximise marks. See you soon, and together let's make A-level English literature a walk in the park.